are valuable animals. I mean, you use pigs for meat purpose, and you also use their feces as manure for those that are into planting, okay, since it's planting season. And that is why you have a lot of new pig farmers. That is why you have a lot of people that have gone into pig farming recently across Africa, especially in Nigeria, for those of us that are in Nigeria, okay. But you really need to understand how to raise healthy pigs, and that is why I've said today I'm going to be teaching or talking about or giving you the guides on how to raise healthy pigs, okay. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Udoye. For those of you that are seeing me for the first time, in here I talk about animal farming, pig and fish especially. Here I give helpful tips on how to succeed in the business, what you need to know on how to grow your business, everything you need to know about this business, okay. So if you find this channel helpful, please don't hesitate to like this video first of all, subscribe, and share this video to your family and friends, okay. So let's just get right back into today's video. So the first one is how you build your pig house, or how you build your pig pen, okay. Now the first thing is pigs need a secure place that they will live in, a place that will protect them from the weather and also provide them with enough space to move around, as this will also help with their growth performance. So for a truly, healthy pig, you need to make sure that you give your pigs enough space when building their pen. Like, it is best if the pen is twice as long as it is wide. Don't forget to put their water trough or wherever they drink water far away at the far end of the pen from their food, because pigs like putting themselves inside water, staying inside water, to help them relieve themselves from stress and also heat, because they lack sweat pores. So make sure that when planning your pig pen or your pig house, make sure that this is what you do. Second one is to demarcate the pig pen. Now, when demarcating the pig pen, you need to use something that is not easily, or something that can't be easily destroyed by the pigs, because these pigs are really, really destructive. Now the first one I advise people to use is hardwood. When demarcating the pig pen, you use hardwood to demarcate it. And also some people do use blocks and cement and all of that, but there are specifications to using all of that. If you want to use that, there are specifications, because as time goes on, these pigs would easily, they will start spoiling those blocks and start chewing them and start eating them. Like, for those of you that are already into the pig farm business, you know what I'm talking about. Pigs are destructive. Like in Igbo they say hana alwala. Well, so you just need to be very careful on choosing what you use to build your pig pen, okay. And also don't forget, when after building your pig pen, or after doing that, you now need to get a fence, get it from the rest of the compound. Now the best way to do this is, when you're planning to build your pig pen, know the area that you map out for your pig pen. Like, okay, this is where I'm going to map out for my pig pen, or this is where my pig pen is going to be built, or even if it's 10, this is where it's going to be built. Like, if you're building on a 10 plot of land, you map out where your pig pen are going to be built. Then you now use fence and demarcate that area, demarcate it from that, demarcate it. And why you're doing this is because, so that your pigs cannot just run out, because there are some pigs that are very, very naughty. They cannot just run out from the pig pen and just run into the compound, and before you know it, you might just open your gate and the next thing, one of them are left or something like that, and you now start looking for pigs and all of that. Pigs can be very, very naughty. Some pigs can be very, very naughty, not pigs in general. Some pigs are very, very naughty. I've experienced something like that in the farm before, and that day was not funny at all. So, but if you can be able to plan your farm very well, just map out the area where you're going to build your pig farm, and also use fence and just demarcate it. And another second reason why you need to do this is so that people will not just be trooping into, whenever people just come into your farm, you don't know where they're coming from. The next thing, you just go to where the pigs are. When they just come in, the next thing, you just start coming into your farm anyhow, and before you know it, they will just transfer that disease into your own farm, and before you know it, you don't even know where that disease is coming from. You don't even know anything. So what I would just advise is, just put that demarcation, so that all these things, you just prevent all this, especially ASF. Now, if you don't know what ASF is, African swine fever is, if you don't know anything about it, I have a video, I'm going to be dropping it on the screen. Click on that link and watch everything. Like, watch, you get all the information that you need about ASF. Okay, I already have a full video on that. The third one, provide your pigs with a wallow trough. Now, some people go ahead to build a mud wallow. Like, pigs love mud. It's true. Pigs don't have sweat spots. That is why they have a hard time regulating their body temperature, because they don't have sweat pores. So when they are faced with heat, a mud wallow like looks like a swimming pool to them. Okay, a mud wallow looks just like a swimming pool to them, same as a water trough. So it is good if you consider having this in your farm. Like, it will help them, weather. But some people just, all they just do, because they don't have enough space to build all these things, they just, bait their pigs regularly. They go ahead to bait their pigs almost like regularly, every time they bait their pigs, just so that they can help them cool their body temperature. But if you want to opt in for baiting your pigs almost like every day, you know that you cannot do this if you are using an IMO bed, because you can't afford to like be baiting them every day, because you don't want to be wetting that IMO bed, because you might not like it. So if you choose to build a wallow trough in the farm, make sure that you don't throw food inside. Like, make sure that the place is dirt free. Okay, make sure you don't throw food for them inside there, because flies will just go there and start doing a whole lot of wonders inside that place. Make sure that it's always clean, so that the pigs don't contact another kind of illness from the dirty wallow trough. Make sure that the place is always clean at all times. So if that is what you want, and if you also want to go for a mud wallow, it is also good. Like, some research will say that a mud wallow helps them reduce the risk of getting lice on their skin. Also, pigs like rooting, they like digging up the ground, so this is something like they enjoy doing. So with mud wallow, and also it also keeps their skin in good condition. So if you decide that you want to go for mud wallow, it is fine. Pigs, they stress a lot, and this can actually trigger like heart attack for them. Okay, so that is the reason for a mud wallow or for a water trough. So whichever one that you want to get in your farm, it is fine. Okay, this is another way to raise healthy pigs. So the fourth one is, be careful where you buy your pigs and the type of pigs you buy. Now, when selecting piglets for your farm, if you're buying piglets, make sure that you buy from a good breeder. Make sure that you buy good breed, and make sure that that pig is healthy. Like, that pig is not the one that is scratching or coughing or something, all those very, very weird signs. Make sure you look out for a lot of signs. Like, make sure that the pig is not scratching, coughing, all those things. Be careful the kind of pig that you buy. And when also selecting the kind of pig you want to buy, like when you go to a farm, okay, when you get to a farm and you want to buy from that person, like you want to buy from that person, just look at the pigs around them, look at how healthy they are, look at how they are acting, look at how they are feeding, everything. Just look at it. Now, if 20% of the pigs in that farm is acting weird, is acting somehow, just buy elsewhere. Just give excuse and leave that place and go and look for pig elsewhere. Because if 20% of the pig there is doing one kind, just know that there's no need buying there, because you might end up buying and later on you start seeing those signs in your own pigs. Okay, don't say, oh, let me just buy, he's my friend, maybe it's because he did not do this, he did not do that. No, it's because it's the same offspring, it's the same lineage and everything. So just avoid it. Just go and buy somewhere else. Okay, so the fifth one is time of purchase. Like, time you purchase your pigs. Research say that pigs grow well, like they grow best in warmer weather, like when the weather is a little bit warm. That if it's possible, that you should grow your pigs, or you should start your pig farm projects during that time. Well, I have not tried this before, I have not done it before, but I think they might actually be right, because during colder season, like, pigs are susceptible to like illnesses like ASF, African swine flu. Okay, so during that period, during colder period, that is when you start hearing things of African swine flu here and there. Do you understand me? So they might actually be right. That research might actually be right. Okay, so by now I'm sure you should know what African swine flu is. So the sixth one is good feeding plan. Now, make sure your pigs are make sure they have access to good food. Make sure that their diet is good. make sure that they have like good planned out food that they consume. Okay, if you don't know the kind of food that you give to them, meet a nutritionist, like somebody that knows about pig farm, somebody that can write out, formulate pig feed for you. Tell them to formulate good pig feed for you, depending on what you want. Okay, tell them to formulate good pig feed for you, so that you'll be giving it to your pigs. This will also help, like, it will help you so much in your farm. It will help you raise healthy pigs. Like when people see your pigs, they'll be like, yes, this is something. Okay, it's going to cost you, but at the end it's going to be worth it, because when you start doing it, you'll be like, oh, why am I paying so much doing this one? But when you pay somebody to write good feed plan for you, like you paid the person, it's only once you're going to pay the person. It's not like you're going to pay the person like 2 or 3 times. When you pay the person once, you've learned it, you've just gotten that knowledge. If it's somebody that really likes you, the person will give you some other tips added to that, so you've gotten that knowledge. So when you pay the person, you get the knowledge and you start giving it to your pigs, you even see great results later on, and you'll be happy that you did that. Okay, so make sure your pigs have access to good balanced diet. Okay, so the 7th one is guard your pigs. Pigs have like tendency to have internal parasites, and you know, when they have internal parasite, like two things are involved. One is when they are feeding, those parasites now end up eating part of the feed, and then they will be eating smaller quantity of the feed, which will make them, they will not grow very well. And the second one is they could die as a result of that, especially if you don't know on time. So pigs have a tendency of having internal parasite, because you know, they always root inside mud. They always dig up mud, like where you have mud, where you have a mud wallow. Okay, so, and also sometimes from the food that they eat, they could have internal parasites. Make sure to ask your vet doctor to prescribe a drug for you that will kill, or that will deworm them, or that will kill those internal parasites they have, or that will deworm them. And deworming, it is recommended to like deworm your pigs every 4 to 6 weeks. You need to deworm your pigs every 4 to 6 weeks. Like that's like the standard recommendation. Deworm them. Like you don't even need anybody to tell you to deworm your pigs. And also don't forget to give your pigs like their normal routine med that will help them grow very well. Okay, I also have that video. You can just check it up on the screen. I have it, you can watch it later to know the kind of medications that you need to give to your pigs to also boost their growth and a lot of things. But I'm not a vet doctor. I'm just saying this based on what I do. So it's best you meet a vet doctor and ask questions, so that he or she can tell you the right thing to do, or the best thing to do. Let me use that word, the best thing to do. Okay, and the last one is provide your pigs with enough water. Like enough water. This is what most pig farmers don't do. You see them, they'll just come in the morning and put very small water for their pigs, and they will go, especially those that are feeding their pigs dry feed. It is really wrong, it is bad. Even if you are feeding your pigs like combination, like those that, you know, when they get a PKC, they'll just pour water inside and allow the PKC to rise. All those ones, some of them don't even give their pigs water safe after doing that. So now they are now left to bank on the water that is inside that food, which is really bad, because you've already cut it. Like if you're supposed to feed your pigs like, let's say 100% of PKC, you end up putting 50%, because when you put 50%, you put water, it rise to 100%, and you feel like, okay, you're giving them their normal balanced, you're giving them the quantity they're supposed to take, and you don't know how much water they're supposed to take. You don't know if you're giving them the amount, like the quantity they're supposed to take. You see all those pigs, they end up looking so fat, and when you give it to sell it to butchers and they butcher it, they will not even get enough meat from them. And you see those butchers, they will not want to come back, or even if they come back, they'll start pricing you anyhow because of your breeding your pigs. So make sure that you give your pigs enough water. Pigs drink a lot of water, to be honest. They like water. It's just that most people don't really know. Just like if you're into pig farming, make sure you like every time monitor the way they take water. If you give them water, you see that they're always going back to drink water every time, especially when the water is really, really clean. They love water. This will help them regulate their body temperature. especially during the hot season. They drink this water to help them regulate their body temperature and to calm stress. So always make sure that these pigs or your pig farm has enough water, like you have access to good water, clean water. Always make sure that your pigs are taking the right dosage of water they're supposed to take. Like always make sure that they have water every time, that they have access to water every time. This will help in their body growth. It will help, like it will give you that thing that you're looking for. And when people come to your farm, they'll be like, oh wow, you're doing so well. They don't even know that it's all these little tricks here and there that's making your pigs really healthy. It's not even difficult. It's just all these little things that people neglect. Okay, so make sure that you're doing this thing if you really want to have a healthy pig in your pig farm. So these are the main points to raising healthy pigs. Okay, so I hope you've gotten value from this video. I hope you gotten enough value from this video. Okay, because I'm sure I touched everywhere. So please make sure to follow everything I've said in this video so that you can get yourself healthy pigs. Okay, this will be the end of this video. I hope by now you've already subscribed and you've liked this video. If you like this video, please don't hesitate to like this video, share to your family and friends, and drop your comments in the comment section. If you have anything to say, comment in the comment section. Okay, and if you want to speak to me directly, if there's anything you want to talk to me directly, don't hesitate to reach out to me on my Facebook page at real Onyii Udoye, my Instagram at Onyii Udoye. Okay, and I've come to the end of this video. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.